Oh, ladies and gentlemen, it's real late on a Sunday night in New York City. My name is Peter Rosenberg. My boy, my friend, Joell Ortiz.
Yeah.
He's in the building.
I'm here.
Now, we're going to talk about music. We're going to talk about a lot. You're going to run tonight. But right now, we're talking about health.
Health.
We're talking about dieting. We're talking about watching your weight. We're talking about cigarettes. Because I recently stopped smoking. I was, a light smoker. But I decided to give it up one night. I just kept feeling guilty about it. It wasn't that it was affecting my life negatively. I'm not going to lie to you. It wasn't.
So what was the guilt?
What if somehow I got cancer from this one day? Like, I would be so mad at myself to, be like, really?
Yeah.
From smoke, you chose it?
That's real, bro, what if somehow it causes cancer?
Right.
You understand? It's not what it, by any chance. There's a good chance.
Right, that if you do. Well, this is the part that I always struggle with, is that as someone who own, the most cigarettes I would ever smoke in a day, if I was at a festival, right? You know those situations, right? And you're outside and you're drinking all day. On a day like that, I would hit 8 cigarettes. But on a regular day, I smoke 3-4 cigarettes. So I'm thinking I'll probably be fine. But that's not enough.
No, I mean,
what if you're not fine?
Exactly. I mean, I was doing a pack a day.
And you were?
I was doing Newports.
Oh, why'd you have to do that? Why?
Projects in Brooklyn.
You have to. Just have to.
Come on, Newports. That's what they sell Lucy's of. You're not getting a Salem Light Lucy.
Well, nor would I want a Salem Light Lucy, for the record.
Not gonna happen.
But no, Newports are so bad.
They're very, very bad, and that's that's the first thing I felt on a treadmill, coming out of my skin, the smell,
you could smell it coming out of your skin.
Oh yeah,
Disgusting.
It was just leaking all off of me, bro. It was disgusting. I'm never ever smoking
Okay, well, tell me
again.
if you had this experience, though. This is the part that I found most frustrating. On Saturday night, I leave the 40-40 club. I had a couple cigarettes left in the pack. I said, nah, I'm good. I threw it out. The following Monday, that was Saturday. By Monday, Tuesday, I had a vicious cough that had me sidelined for a week.
Dog,
did that happen to you, too?
Yes, that happens. It's like whooping cough. It's like the worst cough you could ever feel.
And you didn't have it when you were smoking.
No, exactly. Like when you're smoking, and you do cough, it's the this was king. You know the little when it has that little that dude from Winnie the Pooh that talks like.
Yeah, it felt it. Ooh. And do you think it's your body just getting rid of everything?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's the toxins leaving you. It's also like some reason I feel like it's also the cigarettes. Like, come on, man, bring me back. Like, come on, man.
Although that's a terrible philosophy, because when I'm coughing, I never want to smoke. Even when I was smoking the most, I never wanted to smoke when I was coughing.
But it's kind of like you ever smoked when you were sick?
Yes, and I stopped. That was when I decided I was like, I'm not a big enough smoker to smoke.
That's the worst ever. But it reminds you, man, that it's horrible when you stop. That's when, because while you're doing it, you're in such a pattern, and you're not paying attention to it. It's more than just smoking and wanting the nicotine. It's like habitual, social. You just light one up real fast, even if you take a couple pulls and throw it away. But the minute you stop is when your body goes, you are stopping something horrible.
Right? So now it's been 8 months since Joell Ortiz has had a drink or a smoke.
Yeah, man.
Now, hold on. Let's put this in the grand scheme of things. In the crew of Slaughterhouse, you are not the number one. You weren't, in theory or on paper, what we knew, the number one addiction problem in the group.
No.
Who has first place in that? Is that Royce?
I don't know if anyone wants to claim the trophy for
worst addictions,
for that kind of thing. But we definitely were rock stars on that road. You know what I'm saying? When we formed that group, it was exciting. Running around the world doing this rap thing, 4 dudes that all respect each other, and it was coming fast. Everything was coming fast.
But Royce had documented that he'd wanted to stop drinking and had stopped drinking after he got out of jail a while ago.
Actually, me and Royce stopped drinking around the same time. I believe we're in a couple of days of each other. So
he stopped. So he stopped for a while, fell off the wagon, and now I mean, for 8 months or so, he's been
clean slate. He's good.
And what about Joe?
Joe, I don't really know. Last I spoke to him, he was fine. Everything is good. He's relaxed and he's not messing around with the things he did, and he's staying sober as well. But Joe is Joe. Joe's crazy.
Joe is crazy.
My brother, but he's crazy.
But you're off of everything.
I'm off everything.
You're looking good physically. The weight's down. You're in the gym again.
In the gym, trying to stay healthy.
You are, let's keep it real, Joell Ortiz. A lot of people may not know this if they don't know you personally. You are basically an anorexic woman. Let's be honest. You care about your weight. You're in the gym nonstop. You don't eat red meat anymore. You don't do anything.
I don't do these things just to because it's healthy. Like it's not even a weight thing with like the red meat and the stopping smoking and stop drinking. It's just health. It has nothing to do with appearance. It's the inside. Like a lot of people look good on the outside, but if you turn them inside out, they look horrendous.
Right.
I want to look good inside as well. You know what I'm saying? So.
And you see, that's a big issue to you. When did that happen? Like, why?
I was laying on the couch on a horrible, horrible hangover after like a binge of like 4 days of just partying. And to be honest with you, Pete, like I was going through my emails and text messaging to try to remember if I had a studio session. Not because I wanted to get to the session, but because I didn't want to have a session. And that's the most losing attitude you can have when you're in this business. You know what I'm saying? I was like, what are you doing, dude? You're hoping you don't have to go be successful? That's how I felt.
Because you partied so much?
Because you went out and you had a blast and you woke up next to a stranger that doesn't look as good without makeup. What are you doing what are you doing? And you're hoping you don't got to go work? Like, nah. So that was the day, September 3rd, actually. I was just like, all right, enough's enough. You gotta get back on track. You got to focus. And to be honest, like I didn't plan on stopping the drinking for 8 months. It was just like you need a break. And a week turned to, you know what? Let's just push it for 2 weeks, bro. You feel good. You did 2 weeks. That's half a month. Complete the month. Do another month. You got through the holidays. Like it's all little things.
Got through the holidays.
I got through Thanksgiving and New Year's and Christmas.
You got through
bro.
Puerto Rican Christmas?
I got through that.
Feliz Navidad?
Yo, I got through, yo. And then it was just like
So are you permanently not drinking, or are you? You wouldn't describe yourself as an alcoholic, would you?
No. I was never an alcoholic. I just, like when I decided to drink, I drank. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't those guys. I was like, I'll have a drink. Like, I would go 2 weeks without a drink and then, all right, cool, we're going to meet up here. All right, cool. And then get bombed. Like, I didn't have the little 2-drink thing. Like, it was bombed or nothing. And I don't miss that.
God, I wish I could share my drinking skills with everyone. And I don't mean that because I have a strong tolerance. Quite the contrary. Right. I just don't have the I'm not built to drink a lot. So my relationship with it is like, oh, word, open bar, I'm having 2 drinks. And that's really all I ever do.
You.
Maybe on a night where I'm going hard.
Right.
3 to 4 drinks, and you'll see me like, I'm acting a little bit happy,
right?
But I'd never get into bomb state, and I was a late drinker. I've never been a big drinker, so I never felt the need. I was always scared of throwing up,
right?
But it's a lot of times it's hard, even if you're not an alcoholic. But people do have an unhealthy relationship with it. Yeah. So what I'm basically telling the world is I'm great at one thing, and that's not good. Being an alcoholic while also enjoying a beverage every once in a while.
I hear you. Well, I'm lucky because I was lucky because I'm a happy drunk though.
Right.
I mean, bombed, but it's like
right.
It's not like I'm gonna snuff this guy.
I know. There's a lot of that there too. Okay,
there's a lot.
So what's up with you? What's your album plans? What's going on?
Well, I mean, to be honest with you, I just completed an album. Like I could put an album out tomorrow if I wanted to, as far as how much I've been recording. But I'm gonna put a mixtape out first. I think I'm gonna title it Yawa, and then I'm gonna move forward with the album and stuff. I don't have a situation as far as the labels go at this moment because we're not even entertaining in meetings and things like that. I'm just trying to get as much music done as I can.
Has the Slaughterhouse situation changed anything for you in terms of your solo career?
You know what, man? Subconsciously, you pick up little recording habits. We all jack each other on flow sometimes, and cadences and melodies and things of that nature. So yeah, it might be a little hint of the guys in my new stuff, but I just don't know how to not be Joell Ortiz. So you're always gonna get that raw, project Puerto Rican dude from Brooklyn feeling from it. But I got a couple of tricks that I jacked.
Were you ready when you guys had your last run that you just did with the album? When it was time to stop and go to your own, were you like, all right, I've had enough for a little while, boys. Catch you in a little bit. Time to go be myself for a minute.
No, because that's the beauty of the group. We always are ourselves, even when we're with Slaughterhouse. That's what makes the group special, because you're gonna get Joe.
Yeah, but how do you deal with Joe every day? Every day,
you
Joe
don't deal
Budden.
with Joe. Like,
what do you do?
You just learn how.
What about when he's in a snit? When he's just in a Joe Budden snit?
Well, every one of us have snits. Like, we all have those.
But
days
Joe does it professionally.
You know what?
That sounds like a diss. It's not. It's part of his personality.
No, it is. It is what it is. But he makes up for it when he's not snitting.
He does.
You know what I'm saying? Like when Joe is on, he's on.
Oh, that's true.
And he's a floor leader, and it's just it's good. So take the good with the bad. It's all good. We all
What's your most annoying trait in the group? You think?
I'm loud all day. In the morning after show, like to front of the tour bus, I'm like, yeah.
And sometimes
Royce
you're like,
comes fixing his glasses, yo, quick. Everybody calls me quick. Come on, quick, man. It's 8 a.m. What? I'm up. Everybody.
like,
hates
and
that.
as a loud person, every once in a while. The other day, I'll give you guys a little bit of personal information. It is real late. The other day, I was literally in the shower with my wife, just at the end of the night. Not a sexy shower, just like we both happened to be taking a shower at the same time.
Right.
And I realized we're sitting there talking, and it was still a candle lit in the dark. It was like still a nice scene.
So candles are lit default, like they're just
she was
lit?
like, light a candle. I was like, but it wasn't. She wasn't able to go down in that way.
Okay.
So we're just spending time together talking, and I realized as I'm watching her wash her hair, and I'm babbling on about the women in Ohio who got kidnapped. I'm like, God, don't you just want me to shut up sometimes? And she started laughing. I'm like, I just don't stop talking. Like, just shut up. She just started laughing because, yes, what she meant was, please shut up.
Yeah.
It's a dark shower. It's the end of the day. Yeah, it's time to let it go.
I'm horrible with that, Pete. I'm loud. Like, oh, my God. Like, on the phone. Like, matter of fact, I was in the movies last week. And, I swear, like, I'm talking. And I forgot who I think I was talking to my attorney. And the guy, he must have just had enough because I can't whisper. My whisper is like regular tone. And he was just like, take the call outside, bro. And I looked over and he was like Italian, roided. I was just like, yeah, all right, whatever, man.
I'm going to do that.
I was mad wrong. Like, I couldn't even. Usually I'll just be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, shut up. Like, but I was just like, yo, you're being a jerk. Go outside.
I should be outside
exactly.
right now.
And he was like with this girl. And
it's funny, the juxtaposition between you and Royce, who's one of the most quiet people I know.
Yeah. It's crazy, too, because Royce is July 5th. I'm July 6th. And we're alike in a lot of ways, but so different in many different ways.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, let's. So you're gonna drop a mixtape soon, then an album. Is there another Slaughterhouse album in the works?
Yeah, man. We're gonna get to that starting June 1st. June 1st, we're locking in. We're doing it in New York, all of it.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, by the way, there's talk. I don't know if you've heard this of an Eminem album being close to done.
I don't know anything about that.
It's weird because I'm sure you'd hear that somewhere.
And about that.
And people have been saying. I've been hearing little things about M maybe doing some dates soon and like flirting with the idea of the road. That's something I've just heard out there.
That's
and
crazy,
I've been waiting this whole time to think, when's the big Eminem tour with Slaughterhouse opening going to happen?
That's crazy. That's a good question to ask M.
Thank you. Really helpful. I'll call Paul Rosenberg.
Yeah, there you go.
Try to find out.
There you go.